Good morning, welcome to another sunny morning in Italy. Very short video today. One of the things that I get a lot of emails from social media, and that people say, well look, I can't just get a seminar right now, or do you do seminars in the US or locations at the moment where we don't? How do I start? How do I start making a change in life? The simple things. One of the biggest conundrums that we were faced with, and it's deeply sown within us, is that we need to put effort into everything. It's the cult of effort. Effort and struggle and hard work, and 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And it's so deep in us. Even the people who we look to, that we look to for guidance, direction, people who speak of these things, oftentimes are also of the same mind. There's very, very few people who actually truly understand the effortlessness of the divine, of the universe, of the subconscious mind. So people write to me and send emails, and they ask me, well, what can I do just to start right now? Well, the very first thing to start with is that we're all entangled with spiders' webs, like Spider-Man, of life's demands and obligations, which we have created ourselves. And we believe that the more sophisticated we get, the busier we get, the more things we can handle, the more balls we have in the air, the more multiple businesses we have, that the more free we'll become. And this is the absolute opposite of how it actually is. It's what we're trained to do. And I remember myself having 4 or 5 different businesses going, and my ability to have a million things all going all at once, I used to think was genius. I used to believe that was true genius, and my ability to operate at that level was second to none. But ultimately, it wasn't until I released myself from a lot of those things that I realised that I wasn't free, and that it was a very small and minuscule level of functioning that was available to me in that mind. So what I say to people is, begin to consider whether or not the beliefs you have about struggle and hard work and effort, and the amount of obligations, commitments, work, jobs, and all those different things that you have, the amount of payments that you have, the amount of obligations for money coming out of your bank account every month. Question all of these things. And a client very recently speaking to me about some big life change stuff, and when we just had when we asked the question, well, of your 5 days work, how many days of those do you get to keep? And she got to keep maybe 2 1/4 of those days. So essentially, she wasn't for not to have the job she wanted, or to leave the job she wanted, or to make a change. She wasn't at the loss of, we'll say, $1,000. She was at the loss of $425. So that's what she needed to make in order to be at the same place that she was previously. So the very brief prescription, obviously, everything is taken in context. It's not. It's to be taken in the context of wherever you are and whatever the life circumstances you have. But a simple prescription or a script would be, begin to simplify your life. And if you look through all of my videos, go back to the one 0 Point Gateway, or the video I Don't Like Mondays. Every video has keys to the essence of Apoca. And Apoca comes from the word apocalypse, which may seem a very wild word, but Apoca comes from apocalypse. Apocalypse means to reveal that which is hidden, and Apoca reveals that which is hidden to you. It opens the veils of your mind, allows you to open the veils of your mind. So, very short prescription. Begin to simplify your life. Experience more of your life through your senses. Build more time into your life. Work a little less. Begin to prioritize yourself, your life, how you feel, what it is you need. Do you eat well? Do you get enough sleep? Do you get enough time where no one knows where you are? You take that half an hour or that hour out, and you don't account for your movements. So you can begin to attune back to who it is you are and what it is that you actually need. Routines are the work of the mind, and what routines do is they actually become like Kevlar. They lock us into life, and they reduce life. They make us smaller. So begin to reduce some of the the routines that you have. Break out of some of those little routines, simple ones, small routines. Allow a little bit of spontaneity into your life, allow a little bit of random into your life, and know that when you get to certain places, you'll know what to do. So everything doesn't need a plan, everything doesn't need a solution. You don't always need to know what you're going to do in an hour, or what you're going to do tomorrow, or what you're going to do in advance of some imaginary problem that hasn't yet come up. Let down some of the structure of your life. Just start with the small things. Be a little less structured, and that may be difficult for some people, but just let in a little bit more spontaneity, and let down a little bit more of the structure that you've lived in, and understand the counterintuitive nature that the more controlled your life is, the more sophisticated it is, the busier it is not necessarily the more successful or the more evolved or the smarter. It may actually be making you very, very small, and it may be imprisoning you and cutting you off from much vaster possibilities for your life. And when you begin to do this, you may actually find, like the big yacht or the big cruise ship, that your life begins to turn. It begins to turn very gently, very decisively, and very definitively towards things you couldn't see before. And it may appear as if magic is happening, or magical things are happening. And it's the work of the divine, work of the subconscious mind, where the subconscious mind starts to take over a little bit of the orchestration of your life, and magical things happen. So for that, on a Tuesday morning in Italy, small prescription, begin today. Have a look at the video I Don't Like Mondays, have a look at the 0 Point Gateway video, and begin today. Drop a little bit of structure, be a little bit more random, be a little bit more spontaneous, allow spontaneity in, and see how that works out for you. Thanks very much for your time. Absolutely loved talking with you this morning, and I hope in some way that this video has been in some help to you in your life and to the people that you love in making those changes and open up to the expansive life that is already there. It's already waiting for you. It's waiting for you to say yes, and it's waiting for you to open to it. Have a great day. Bye bye for now.